Hello and welcome to Talk Posh, supported by Serpentine Green Shopping Centre. Slight change, as you can see, to the lineup tonight. Chris is behind the camera, as Alex has been sacked for his poor sound and just general stuff that he was doing last week. He's been sacked. No, not really. He's actually at home after an operation, so get well soon, Alex. Anyway, so it's just the four of us in front of the camera tonight. We've got Dale, Ben and Adam. Evening, boys.
Good evening.
Great show for you tonight, including Adam taking on a fan, trying to down a pint. Look forward to that one. Plus, we reveal what goalkeeper you voted into the pre-DMAC Talk Posh 11. Remember, you can contact us on the comments below or tweet us at Talk Posh. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. And please, if you could share this live video, we would really appreciate it. Okay, so let's go into it. A dismal Tuesday, followed by an absolutely fantastic Saturday. Let's leave the negatives, I think, of last Tuesday for later and concentrate on the win at Bristol. 2 wins from 2, a hat-trick from Marriott, and Tom Nichols didn't score. Get in. Let's hear from the fans after the game who were talking to Ben. Chris, we need to go to the fan interview, mate. Sorry about this.
Thought it was a brilliant game. Posh, for the first time in a couple of years, seemed to want to fight for each other. My personal man of the match was Grant, although I think Marriott will get the headlines for the hat-trick, which he thoroughly deserved. He ran his socks off all game. Grant was everywhere, breaking up tackles, got a yellow card after 20 minutes, but he kept going. Could have been sent off. He did catch one of their players, Sinclair, who had to go off after the challenge. But for me, Grant did the groundwork, made everything happen.
Great effort from the boys. Enjoyed it. Good day out. Fantastic. Marcus Madison. What's happened to him? 4 games in a row. I've not booed him. I'm loving him at the minute. Grant.
Yeah, he was immense today,
Grant,
wasn't he?
big time.
Yeah,
fantastic player. Fozzie, I'm not missing.
Do you mean Forrester, or do you mean Fozzie in the studio?
Both. Even though he's here today.
Is he? Oh,
yeah,
right,
he was here today. Yeah, he's here
Brilliant.
today. Not being funny. And was his name Doughty?
Dale. Oh, Doughty, sorry. Yeah,
Doughty?
Yeah.
Forrester's replacement, no matter what.
Yeah,
Fantastic
good
players. Sitting there in midfield, passing little balls around, happy days.
Yeah. So you happy with today, everything?
Oh, bruv, this has been a fantastic result for me. I said 3-1 on the prediction, but it was 4-1.
Almost there.
Almost there.
All right, then. Thanks
But as long as Nichols didn't score, I'm even more happy.
Yeah, brilliant performance. I think it was a lot better than Tuesday night. Really looked up for it.
Yeah.
And all round, brilliant performance.
Cool. A few people missed Fozzie, including your mate from work. Anyway, let's talk about the game. Quality. 3 points, 2 wins in a row. Can't be more happy than that, can you?
Can't be more happy at all. If anything, with the first 3 games with obviously Plymouth, Bristol and Rotherham, I thought it'd be the first 2 that we was actually going to struggle with. Like I say, touch wood, it looks like we're actually doing okay for the first 2. I mean, but we don't like to be too confident though. You know, with too many positives, sometimes we can shoot ourselves in the foot. Looking back on Saturday though, I think we've got to take it as an excellent win, especially after Tuesday, to bounce back. And it's just like I say, holding it on now for Saturday, who obviously Rotherham are going to have confidence in themselves in winning 5-0. So
no, I think you're right. Obviously I didn't go to the game, you know, commitments and everything, but I watched it on iFollow. Pretty good what do you call it, website. That is, it's handy if you can't make it. I watched most of the game. I actually thought it was pretty good. It was impressive. There's some as a team we look totally different. We keep going back to Tuesday, but the passing looked crisp, the effort looked crisp. One thing I will pick up on though is obviously Grant McCann actually watches this. All right, Grant. And I actually said the other week that our 2 strikers were holding 2-5 back. Grant actually alluded to in one of his interviews that he's pushed the 2 forwards further up, which has therefore made the attackers defend from the front coming back. I just thought we looked really good. We looked dangerous every time we got the ball. Madison played some absolutely superb passes through. It actually worked quite hard. I didn't see anything untowards from him this week.
No negativity towards Madison this week.
We're talking about Saturday, not Tuesday.
Fine. Yes, we'll come back to
Okay.
Tuesday. Yeah.
I will always give credit where credit's due. When watching the game back up, so honestly, I'd say some of his part. You can see why everybody rates about him. It was really good play. Edwards down, Guan, I can't even say his name. Played superb. I just thought he was really good to watch. It was one of those where I could have watched it again and again, which to be fair, I did actually watch it twice. But yeah, it was good.
Ben, you went to the game, mate. What did you make of it? You're a bit drunk, weren't you?
No, not quite that bad. Just a little bit
Disappointing.
But no, it was. It's one of those away days you don't forget. It was fantastic. Firstly, you got the downside of being sat under a roof that's made of fabric for some reason.
Oh wow!
But there was a pigeon that kept coming on the pitch that played better than Nichols did, and that's not an over. That's completely true. Every player on the park just put a shift in for Posh. You say about Madison. Madison did that, but he was still only maybe the 5th or 6th best player on the pitch. Everyone just really went in. Guion was absolutely fantastic. At the very start of the game, the ball came over and Leo gave away a really sloppy corner right at the very start of the game.
It's not like
We looked at him for hope his head don't drop at that point, and then you could see Grant going across to him and talking him through it, and Grant carried him through the early part of the game.
Oh, that's good.
Grant was
that's good.
Grant was the driving force in the first part of the game until he got his yellow card.
But I think that's good. Yeah, but I mean, the lads on the who you interviewed after the game, they were saying that, weren't they? They were saying the fact that Grant was definitely driving force. They were saying I think you put out a Twitter poll for man of the match.
Yeah.
Was that came out of Marriott?
It did come out of Marriott, but Grant, Anthony Grant was very, very close behind. And let's be honest, it has come out that Anthony Grant actually drove himself down to Bristol Friday night after having a baby Friday morning.
His missus had the baby.
Yeah.
I don't think he had that. I mean, he's very good, but I don't think he's that good. But like I say, he got there at half 10 at night, hadn't eaten, and to put a performance in like that. And I mean, Dell's going to back me up here. Dell's can critic Anthony Grant towards the end of last season, and a few people could, because I didn't see the wow factor in him when he was brought to the club. He's had a fantastic pre-season, and these 2 games, like I say, let's not jinx it, he has played really well.
No, Adam, I think you're right. I think he's been the 2 games that he's played has been superb. Now, we're not going to talk about Tuesday, but we clearly missed him on Tuesday. My little concern, I don't want to be negative, but my little concern moving forward is what was the difference between Tuesday and the first game of the season and Saturday? Was Taylor and Grant. Take them 2 out of the equation. We look totally different about them 2.
You take the 2 most experienced players out.
That as well, but when you look at the 2 players, you're going to Grant is going to get suspended. He will get 2 or 3 suspensions this year, so we're going to lose him. And you've got Taylor. Hopefully, his fitness and his injuries keep clear. Those are the 2 high risk players that we've actually got, and those are the 2 high risk players the high risk players that are keeping the team together, in my opinion. And I think honestly, we looked superb Saturday. Really, it was. I wish I'd gone.
It's one thing that McCann actually said in his interview straight after the game, that usually he says that we had a good 80 minutes, we were slacking in the last 10 minutes or the first 10 minutes. He's actually come out and said we had a good 90 minutes. And that's something which we've really got to take forward, because if one player isn't negative, there's not been one negative comment over Twitter over the last few days. It has been really good. And I think it's just something that we need to carry on as a team. But it just shows you that confidence that we've got. It shows you that bonding we've got outside the game.
I think that's really important. I think that is one of the fundamental things that we have this season in terms of that team ethic, that team that all going together, all playing together, all wanting to be part of the team. And that changing room must have been absolutely buzzing after Saturday's game, wasn't it? With the lads in there and everything. And I think for me, it's just the whole team and just the way that. Yeah, the way that they're together, boys, isn't it? It's just that team ethic.
It really was. But there was also, when you look at the individual performances as well, they were really reminding you of other people. I mean, you look at Marriott and the way he went about his business and his running, he looked like Craig Smith in his 2nd season at Posh.
Right.
He was an exact replica of that.
But he didn't need three one-on-ones to score.
No, he's better at one-on-ones than CMS.
I mean, in my eyes, that's the only worrying thing. You watch the 4 goals back from Saturday, and realistically, where were the defenders for Bristol on each of them goals? You think about Marriott's last one; it was a tap-in when it looks like there was only 1 defender there. Stephen Taylor should never be given that so much room, and it was 2 defensive errors for Marriott's first 2 goals. Like I say, it's hard not to be critical, but it looks like Bristol just didn't turn up. And
Don't care about that. We won 4-1.
Yeah, but
yeah,
you know,
but no, you're right.
So you're going down the line. It'd be interesting to see what people. So you're going down the lines of we were definitely good, but also
100%.
Bristol weren't.
it looks like
Quite-
Bristol were a really poor team, and then you take it back to Plymouth, who I thought Plymouth actually played quite well. You know, they were threatening us, and it's just the defensive errors going forward. So against Bristol, just didn't look fantastic on Bristol's behalf. And reading comments from Bristol fans online, it's saying that we played them off the park, etc. Now, like I say, it's we still put 4 goals in the back of the net. At the end of the day, the keeper's always there. You still would have beat him, haven't you? So it's just would we have come out 4-1? Would we have come out 4-1 winners if we were playing a solid defence? So I don't know.
We would never know.
Point, yeah.
We'd never know.
The talking point on the radio down in Bristol afterwards, when I was walking back to the train station, was they said we absolutely mullered them. They did say that they were very underperforming, but they believed that we'd be right up there in the mix at the end of the season, whereas they wouldn't. There's just not a buzz about the place at the moment.
Okay. We finished their promotion hopes last year, didn't we?
But they also believed that Rory, what's the ginger bloke's name? Gaffney, was it?
the one that scored against us,
Yeah.
He
They
always scored
said that
against us,
if
to be
he
fair.
started the match, they believed it might have gone a little bit different, and they were even going as far as to say he should have started ahead of Nichols. So Nichols has already lost his wow factor there.
The way I see it, we won 4-1. Cambridge played them midweek, got beat 4-1, was it?
Yeah.
So therefore, we're going to beat Cambridge 8-2.
Brilliant.
That's fine.
Yeah. Result.
Happy days.
End of show.
Good prediction.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
So
Let's talk about Marriott a bit more, because fair play. Actually, you know, there's been all sorts of stuff, and I'm not going to be. And actually, I was going to do a swear jar tonight. Was going to be no negativity towards Nichols. In my point of view, he's not our player now. We don't need to be. But there's a couple of times tweets I've saw of that Marriott is definitely an upgrade on what Nichols was, and Marriott was to score 3 goals, to be up. You know, it's brilliant. Isn't it?
Yeah. Just on the Nichols point, this is a man who before the match made the quote in their paper, I want to stick it to him, basically, and he was talking about the supporters, so maybe it's understandable he said that, but when you start talking like that pre-match, then you can't expect any sympathy, and you're going to expect bad time.
Let's not worry about it.
But if you want to pay some money, then you can be negative.
Happily. With Marriott, it was nice to see him get a bit of redemption, because when we brought him into the club, you looked at the price we paid, and from what Luton fans said, and I really believed at the time we'd bought a decent player, but there was so much negativity around the signing. How much have we paid? Don't even know who he is. People were just so impatient, they weren't even giving him a chance.
he was
now
fourth striker for Luton, weren't he, at the end of the day last season? So he wasn't even.
Yeah, they still rated him that highly.
They still rated him, but they didn't use him.
It's weird, isn't it?
It is weird, but I mean,
Good for us though, obviously.
If you put it on paper, that's 2 hat-tricks in 2 weeks, to be honest, because he got one against Cheltenham the last pre-season game. So, and I mean, it's about a space of 3 weeks, I guess, but it's 2 hat-tricks for the lad, and that's only going to do in confidence, you know. And with Miller coming back in 3 games' time,
not if he gets in.
That is the thing.
Sorry, just want to pick up what Mark just says here about, you said the defence was nowhere to be seen. He's put down here, is it because our strike force is one of the quickest in the league?
That's the other thing, because
fair point,
like
Mark,
you said, we're starting to play a bit higher. I mean, there was a clip I watched back, and our defence picked it up. The next ball you've got is literally on the edge.
Yeah, I know. Is that when we scored from their corner?
Yeah, that's the first.
It's Marriott's second goal, and it's so we're picking it up on the own of our edge. We play a short ball, and the next thing you know, it's in the back of the net.
Wasn't sure it's tough as Oli, put it right down the centre, didn't it? From
was
there to all the way there. Then Mariah's just
good
laid it off.
demonstration on our pitch.
It's perfect.
It's great that. but I think the crucial bit of that is that, and I think it's shown in possession wise. We're not going down that route of keeping a lot of possession of the ball. I think we're going down the route of quick, and as Mark was saying, quick attack, counter-attacking. Let's go quick. And we had another chance, didn't we? Yeah. Marriott missed that 1-on-1, and that was from but that was from a breakaway as well. And do you think that that's something that we've tried to do a bit more this season? Be solid at the back when we're defending. Defend with 5 as we go forward. Just attack with pace and as quick as we can.
I mean, I'll give you a little stat here actually against Plymouth. Placing Fozzie and I against Plymouth and against Bristol, we actually only had 44% possession in both games. We've actually come out, you know, with 56 possession for the opposing team. You can see that we're sitting back, but you can also see in the fact that how many you score, we're going to score one more. You know, and it's that mentality which I think that we are going to get we're going to do well with this season.
There was only one negative the whole game I could pick up on, and that was Baldwin's distribution.
He got an assist.
It was his distribution. It was an Zaquani-esque with his passing, but when it came to the actual goal, that set piece was lovely. The way Maddison put it right on a plate, Baldwin knew where he was meant to be, flicked it on perfectly for Taylor to bundle it in. So I've got no problems with Baldwin. It was just his passing was a bit off. The only negative from the whole game.
Quick question to you, Ben, because obviously, like I say, you'll have seen it. And obviously, with the transfer window still in play, did Maddison look pleased to be a Peterborough player on Saturday?
He applauded everyone when he got substituted.
Wow.
Because it's something that I sometimes pick up on him, that he doesn't look happy to be playing.
He doesn't look happy a lot of the time, though, does he?
You see it back, and like I say, obviously he took the corner for Stephen Taylor's goal, which obviously I know Baldwin got the assist, so obviously Baldwin now owes.
So just one thing with Maddison, how may I assist you?
How may I assist?
How many assists have you got so far this year?
It'll be,
that'll be none. All right, let's move on. Okay.
Yeah, but without the corner ball, he put it on the plate for Baldwin to flick it on.
He had honestly played some fantastic ball Saturday.
I mean, if you're going to go like that, technically, we replaced Leo for the goal, which was just a goal.
He didn't look unhappy to be there, let's put it
which is a good thing, you know.
And he appreciated the fact the fans weren't burning for once with his applause. He didn't just turn around to a small section. He applauded the terrace, then he turned around and applauded.
Which is good,
and he hasn't always done that.
But we shouldn't be speaking about this because you should be doing that as a part of natural. And you look at one thing I saw Taylor. We talked about his passion last week in the way, and do you see we're putting that head down, trying to tackle his head?
Yeah, I did see that.
Didn't he do that in the Premiers?
No, that was
absolute quality.
That was what's his name, Terry. You know, somebody should have booed him in the head. But no, I did see that. Just going back to Maddison, you know, you say fans applauded him. The majority of fans applauded him. I've even said he had a good game from what I saw. I didn't see any of the theatrics. Now, could the fans really appreciate that he actually put in a good shift? His defence work, I thought, was pretty good. His tracking back was pretty good. The balls he played through was pretty good. Didn't see none of the theatrics. So, could he have got a bigger round of applause by the majority of the fans because of his performance rather than his antics for a change? You know, that's the sort of Maddison we want to see.
Yeah,
it is 100%. Superb. And I've said a million times that Maddison's ability, we've never had it at our club. It's just his antics.
It is,
and you know, hopefully, let's take Saturday as a changing point.
Yeah. Let's have a look at a few comments that have come in. Johnny says Marriott is like a Van Nistelrooy in his movement. Didn't look for the ball, but puts himself in spaces for tap-ins.
Fair point.
Fair enough. Almeida Cams, it sounded like he kept the rolling around on the floor to a minimum, which is good. Obviously, in reference to Maddison there. No, I don't want to read that last one. Anything else we got? Possession don't win games, goals do. Good. Yeah, that's about it. I think I don't want to do it, but we should do it as part of the show. I think we should look at the negatives as well as the positives. And last Tuesday night, we won't spend long on it. We'll spend about 2 or 3 minutes. Last Tuesday night, I mean, it's a rubbish. I can't even pronounce the name of that cup anyway. It's rubbish. But that was awful.
From the first minute to the 90 whatever third minute, it was shocking. It was embarrassing. It was, how can you have 2 different sort of games in a matter of like 5-6 days? It was horrible to watch.
Well, I think that goes down to what you were saying though in terms of the personnel. You had 2 people missing, important people, and then
we didn't start Leo, did we? We started Danny Lloyd instead of Leo.
Yeah, which is
you starting Danny Lloyd in a wing back position, which he is just not a wing back.
He is, but if you are going to play him in them games, it's probably better to play him in that cup game, I guess, than the league game, isn't it?
But the strange thing is, we switched to a 4-4-2 and took Danny Lloyd off. And Danny Lloyd would have been suited to playing in that formation on wide.
There's a lot wrong with that game. We didn't look interested. That might have been part of the game plan, who knows, but we didn't look interested. Nobody seemed to be up for it. Now I'm going to criticise Maddison here. Is obviously he takes all the corners and free kicks. I don't know if anybody noticed, but we got a corner and somebody pointed to him to go and do the corner, and his attitude was like that.
I saw that.
Did you see that?
I saw that.
Was it Guion took it? Instead,
because he couldn't probably go over whatever reason, but you don't need to see that. If you're on free kick duty, corner kick duty, you do it. One question I will ask: why is Maddison still taking free kicks? Ian Gale, why is Maddison still taking free kicks? And can somebody tell me the last time Maddison scored from a free kick?
I can't remember at all. I think he's only had the first 2, which he's got
which were
early
amazing,
on.
to be fair. But yeah,
I mean, I remember him scoring one at Coventry when he scored that one at home, didn't he? When he first joined.
That was ages ago.
It was ages ago. I can't remember him scoring from a free kick, but
no.
All right then. Who'd you put on free kick duty?
Anybody? No, just the guy
Stephen
frustrates
Taylor.
me.
Free kick
He's
taker.
going to be a lot of boss week, just a straight drive, you know.
He frustrates me. He's such a good player, but he's such his antics. But going back to Tuesday,
You can tell Madison's not a swear word this week, isn't it? Dale's proper going for it. Last week,
really right
you nearly got about £1 there, mate, as well.
There's a double bubble for an F word. I've actually gone red, you know what I mean, trying not to swear there.
Mate,
but no, it's the whole game was just a shambles. It was. I've enjoyed it watching my kids play on a Sunday morning down at the local park. It just was horrible to watch.
And you'll watch Talk Posh Trophy more than that, and that's
there you go, mate. Top Posh Trophy.
But no, it's something that we needed to wipe out of our minds quick. And I think if we lost,
and we did
against Bristol, so we got tonked 3-0 at Bristol.
Yeah.
I think it would be a completely different situation.
Oh, and it would be a completely different show tonight as well, because that swear jar would be being filled, wouldn't it? Dale would be right on it. But I think just after that game, I think a lot of people talk about the formation, questioning in the three at the back and stuff. He did switch to the 4, and for the first 10 minutes in that second half, we did look better. But I think what that maybe did show, is that if that 3 at the back isn't working, if that formation isn't working, maybe there is that change that we can do, and maybe that is in their locker as well. And there are going to be games like that where we're going to have to change that, aren't we? Because not every team is going to suit. Our formation at 3 at the back is going to suit that. So.
Yeah, exactly. No. But you got to just. I'm trying to look at it pragmatically in that it was a cup game. And a cup game is a different beast to a league game. Anything can happen in cup games. If it had been a league match, maybe it would have been different.
Couple of things we can gain for it. Penny, I don't think he's ready for first team.
No, his match fitness, I think. I don't think once he catches up with professional training.
Yeah, not yet though. Yeah. And also we've established that Danny Lloyd clearly is not a left wing back. You know, put him in the middle.
And I think that's the end of that.
It is the end of that, because we're going to go. Good link there, Adam. We're going to go to a goal recreation. So this week again, it was me, Ben, and Adam creating a goal. I think you'll find this one quite easy. Here we go. Dale, you was just looking at that one, buddy. Any ideas without giving it away?
Mate, I can't give it away because I ain't got a clue. I'm really sorry, I ain't got a clue.
No clue. So I think the biggest clue on that is the deflection from that, and it sort of trickles in the bottom right hand corner.
There we go.
Should we maybe show it one more time? Yeah. Sure. If Chris is ready for it.
Nutmeg.
Brilliant.
Yeah, there was.
I think Dale's got it only because he's seen everyone else's comments coming. No, there was loads of you. Spot on. Sean, I think. Sean was the first one.
First.
Phil got it. Gary Simpson, Harvey. Oh no, not Harvey. Sorry. Kevin Jackson. Yeah, loads of you. There's only one way to celebrate that, and let's see the real goal itself. Here we go. He hasn't commented, is he?
No, he's watching.
Oh, sorry, we're back. Yeah, sorry. Sorry, Chris, you were too earlier.
Just reliving memories.
Yeah, I was just watching that goal again. Sorry, there weren't any sound on that. Chris's fault. Sorry, mate. Anyway, let's go on to the game coming up then. Game on Saturday against Rotherham. What do we reckon? Can we keep it going? Can we get 3 out of 3, Ben?
I think it's possible, but it's going to be the biggest challenge so far. It's a little question for you. How many ex-Posh players are coming back on Saturday?
I looked at
Oh,
this,
wow.
so I know.
You're wrong if it's what you just did.
That's
3.
another one.
Huh?
I'm going 3. Dominic Ball
That's one.
Joe
Neal.
That's 2.
and Taylor.
Keep going.
6.
Sick.
Yeah.
Wow.
Johnson, Clark, Harris.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
You got John Taylor, Dominic Buttle, Lee Frecklington,
David
I forgot
Ball.
about it.
David Ball.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Johnson, Clark, Harris. So lock your watches away. Yeah, but
Slanderous.
yeah. But like I say, I mean, how
Is
many?
there
Go on then, Ben.
Phil
And Joe Neal.
And yeah,
Lee
Joe
Phil
Neal.
Potty's agent for the watching the handbag.
This is how many were Steve Evans signings? You know, so if you think
At
about that, is it only David
least, at least 4 of them. Don Ball and David Ball.
Well, Dominic
weren't.
Ball was at Rotherham because he was on Rotherham. He was at Rotherham
No, it
when we
was-
had him last.
No, he was at Spurs, weren't he?
No,
Oh no, Spurs. He was at Spurs prior to Rotherham.
I was going to
so
say we
that's
actually
what-
loaned
yeah.
him from Rotherham last year, and then obviously that went a little bit mixed up. But
So tough game then, boys. Yeah, tough game on Saturday.
Okay.
What was this result on? was it?
5.
Yeah,
5-0. So it's
They're set out attacking this season, so we're going to see a game like the old Championship game when we were in it.
It's gonna be
gonna
6-5.
Yeah,
6-5.
it is.
I'd love that.
You
Be
wouldn't.
brilliant, wouldn't it?
Not
Well, you would.
everyone
No,
would.
I mean, like we said, I've said it on the show before last season. I think I prefer to obviously go to game and it'd be like we lose 4-3 as
Yeah.
opposed to a dull 0-0. I know that sounds weird to people, and people will slate me for that.
Rather
we
win
just
the
want to
point,
win,
to be
right?
honest, than no points.
Well, no, exactly, but it's just I think. Well, yeah, maybe.
We've got next posh. Aaron Hostuma's just joined watching us. So good evening, Aaron. A little bit different there.
Good goal of the weekend.
Very good. So he keeps going. But no, I mean, like I say, them to win 5-0, us to win 4-1. You know, it's got goals written all over it. I actually thought Rotherham would be the easier one out of the first 3, like I said earlier, because I just felt that when they came back down from the Championship, they didn't even put up a fight.
No, a bit of whimper, wasn't it?
So it's going to be. It'll be good to see that. I mean, we've also got to hope that the crowd's there as well. You know, with well over 6,000 home fans against Plymouth. We want to be pushing on that mark yet again. Obviously, Rotherham, it's only an hour and a half down the road. So
They'll bring at least 1,000.
oh God, you would
You'd
say
hope
so,
wouldn't
wouldn't
you?
you? So I mean, it's good for the club as well to see if that does happen. So
Between 7,000 and 8,000.
which will
That'd
be
a
good.
fair estimate.
It's just it is whether we can. I think if we really win this Saturday, push that goal difference again, because it's we're joint top on goal difference now.
Do you think? When DMAC that says over 110 goals for the season, that's what he sort of wants to achieve and stuff.
He said over 110. I've got a bet on over 90 league goals.
Over
I've got
90.
84 more to go. I've got a little countdown. But like I
But
say,
yeah, if we keep it going in terms of that attacking play and going crazy, sort of counter-attacking football, then yeah, we could well be there, couldn't we? To be fair, what about the formation? Then we're sticking with the three at the back for this game.
Yeah, I think we're going for it now, aren't we? I mean, at Bristol Rovers, one of the things that they did say afterwards is how well drilled the back 3 looked, and with Stephen Taylor back in it, it does look like a better unit than without him.
it's his first 2 90-minute games in just over a year, though, isn't it? So it's that is that going to be a test? Because obviously,
Well, he's got Tuesday
luckily-
night off, hasn't he?
well, yeah, we've got this Tuesday off because we haven't got a game, and then we have got another full week before Northampton. So it's just wherever he's keeping up his fitness as well, isn't it? Which is the main thing. But I mean, I don't think you need to change the formation. I mean, why change something when it's not broken?
Yeah.
We've just got to. I think we just realistically need to.
Yeah, sorry, go on.
No, God, like
I was going to say, I think you're right about Taylor in that on weeks where we have a lot of Tuesday matches coming up one after the other, that's when we're going to struggle with him.
which made sense why you dropped him against Barnet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what. Yeah, of course you. And that's why we do it. Anything else on there? Steve Thorpe says in Frecklington. Did we say him?
Yeah, we mentioned him.
Yeah, mentioned him. Sean says digging deep, hit them on the counter. Yeah, that's pretty much what we've. That'd be good, counter-attacking football. But at home, though, you kind of don't want all counter-attacking. But if it's the way that we're not playing with possession as much this year, then maybe a bit more counter-attacking. And Mark says,
yeah, I don't think it's the fact he's only 31. He's got a few years left. I think it's more the fact that his injury history over the last 2-3 years is more of a concern.
It's keeping him.
So he's definitely got the ability. Definitely got a few years left. It's just, can he play the 46 games that we need? Hopefully he will.
And I think the other good thing is he's come out again today and he said that he's loving life at Posh, and I think that's something which
Love that.
you've got. When you've got an ex-Premier League that's got the you know, the life up in Newcastle, and then you're coming down to living in Peterborough. Being
Step up.
step
I'm not arguing with you.
Yeah.
Not life isn't, but I mean, it's something. And he's coming out. You know, he's only been at the club 3 weeks, and he's saying he's loving life in Peterborough. I think it's something that you know, they all seem to be loving life at Peterborough.
I love that, and that's what we were saying about earlier. The team ethic and everything is just brilliant, isn't it? I think we'll move on and go to Prediction League. Yes, so Prediction League, slightly different this year. So Chris usually talks about this, but he's behind the camera today. But yeah, so it's first goal scorer and the prediction. And what we're going to do, we actually send out a tweet, that'll be going out later tonight.
After the show.
So if you want to predict on this, make sure you reply to that tweet. That all gets all wound up over the year, and a table is produced. And we've got the table to show you now. There we go. We recognise a name at the top of the table. It's Ben.
Yay, I didn't even know that.
Ben is top of the table. Well done, mate. I can't think who. I think Chris, who's about 7th on that as well. And we've got a few other lads on there as well from the fans and stuff. So pretty good. Anyway, let's go predictions then. We'll go round us lot in the room. Remember, people at home, if you could respond on the Twitter tweet that will go out tonight, and the Facebook message as well that will go out tonight. That would be great. Ben, Saturday's game.
Bearing in mind, we've already said that it's probably going to be a high-scoring attacking game. I'm going to go for 3-2 Posh.
Just in my mind.
And seeing that he hasn't yet, I'm actually going to go with Maddison as first scorer.
Okay. Adam.
I'm going to push it out. I'm going to go 5-4. I'm low down in the league now. There's either two reasons.
Oh wow,
that's
got to
why,
go for it.
Or I'm just going for it early doors. And I'm going to go with Anthony Grant to get a goal.
Okay, Del.
I'll go 4-2, and I'm going to stick with Maddison. I've said Maddison to score the first goal every week. He still hasn't scored, so 4-2 Maddison.
So why don't you change it then?
Because I'm going to stick to 4-2 and I'll stick Maddison. Don't let me down.
I'm going to go 3-2, and I'm going to go Marriott. Just get another one. Let's go for him. Good stuff. So that's Prediction League. Again, remember to comment on the tweets and Facebook message that goes out tonight. I think we'll move on. And now, so this is the moment that Adam shows how manly he really is. He might like a bevy or two and get his top off, but could he beat the challenger Dan Platinum Wade in Downing a Pint? So this is our new sort of feature that we've got. It's where you can challenge us to anything that you want, basically, and you film it, we film it, and we show it on next week's show. So it was over to Adam and Dan, who are down in pints. If you think that this will be interesting, if you think that Adam's going to win this, okay, so thumbs up. If you think that Dan Platinum is going to win this, hearts.
Oh,
that's nice, isn't it? Anyway,
lovely.
Oh, this is so long.
I wanna be drunk when I wake up on the right side of the wrong bed, and never an excuse I made up. Tell you the truth, that it didn't kill me. It never made me stronger. Love will scar your makeup, lipsticks to me, so now I maybe lean back there beside you, wishing I was sober. But a house gets cold when you cut the heating. Without you to hold, I'll be freezing. Can't rely on my heart to beating, cause you take parts of it every evening. Take words out of my mouth just from breathing, replaced with phrases like when you're leaving me. Should I, maybe I'll get drunk again. I'll be drunk again. I'll be drunk again to feel a little love. I wanna hold your heart in my hands, not watch it fizzle at the bottom of a Coke can. And I got no plans for the weekend, so should we speak then? Keep it between friends, though I know you'll never love me like you used to.
of it.
So, as you can see, like I say, won that. Unfortunately, not the best. Guys, are you awake or?
What's
that?
that?
Yeah, no, finished.
Jesus,
Yeah.
man, how long was that?
All that matters is that it's Talk Posh 1, Talk Posh viewers 0. That's all that matters.
Well, I didn't watch it, so I'll take your word for it, mate.
No, that's fine.
Although we was questioning, you left a bit, mate. You left a bit at the bottom. Is that?
a bits? I don't even think it was froth.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Look, it is what it is, and
mate.
Chris is not
I
happy
tried
about
to do
it.
you proud, but obviously not.
Right, Mark Watson, I'm going to take you up on that challenge.
I challenge you to a shirt that fits.
You've got no chance, mate. No chance.
Brilliant. Ian Simmons, both poor efforts. Yeah, I agree. Ian Gutteridge, geez, 3 seconds and it should be gone. Yeah. I call match fixing, says Daniel. Definitely not, mate. Definitely not. You took ages. Did they call last orders during that, says Steve. Yeah, a few good ones on that.
I actually think they shut the pub.
I told you it gets slated once they saw it.
Wow.
Never mind. So, I mean, like
Absolutely awful. We haven't got any challenges in yet, though. So if someone could get a challenge in, I know Steve mentioned a bit of golf, maybe a putting challenge or something, and I'll take that up, Steve, if you're willing to do that. We'll see what it says.
Like I said, we want different challenges each week. You know, whatever it is, just challenge any of us. You know, doesn't always have to be me because I can't carry the team for much longer. Any eating challenges, you know, it's just
seconds. To
anyone wants to. Anyone that wants to challenge us, give us a challenge. Like I say, you as viewers need to come back up that leaderboard now. So
and it has to be legal.
Yes, definitely
Yes.
legal.
Steve said game
unless
on,
Dell's
so-
doing it. Game on for Steve. Yes, Steve, I'll be in contact with you, mate, and we can sort that out. Right, let's move on then. We're going to do, as actually we announced last week that Bet of the Week is back, and that's obviously again sponsored by Head to Head Barbers. So in a minute we're going to get to that. So make sure you get your bets in for Saturday's game. But first, time to announce the goalkeeper that you guys selected at home that is going to be part of the Talk Posh pre-DMAC era 1-11. Obviously we put a tweet out last week, everyone voted, put their nominations forward, and I don't know if you can see him, probably can't, but on the table it's I was going to do a joke, I can't do it. There's Seaman on the table, and here he is. David Seaman was your number one. Del, you weren't too happy about it?
No, I went. This is my view on it. I didn't vote for Seaman. Whilst he is probably the best goalkeeper that's ever played for Posh in the past, he wasn't the best goalkeeper whilst playing for Posh. Does that make sense?
Yes.
For me, I would say Tyler or Bennett. I would probably have gone Tyler as the best player who has played for Posh. Seaman went on to be fantastic after he left Posh. That's my take on it.
Boys, happy with Seaman?
I'm exactly the same as Del. Yeah, in my time, it's I miss seeing David Seaman. So Ian Bennett was the one I'd have voted for. But I can understand why people would have David Seaman there. I mean, I just suppose it's whether you were there or not.
Yeah, Adam?
I wasn't there. Moving on.
But who
Who did you vote for then?
Who did you vote for?
I didn't personally actually vote. So
I would have voted for Fred Barber only because of
Because
the
of the
mask.
mask.
There. Yeah,
That's
definitely.
fair.
I used to have one of them masks as well. It was brilliant. I loved it. I used to go out at school. Anyway, it's going
To
off
be
on a
fair, I
tangent.
thought you still had it on, mate.
Yeah,
There we
cheers.
go.
I mean,
Very much, Del.
if I had
Everybody?
to go because of my time in supporting Posh, I would have had to say Mark Tyler, but that's just because of my time supporting Posh.
No, I would have gone Tyler. You know, I think we've had a
It's,
couple of players that have played pretty well, goalkeepers.
Joe
Ian
Lewis.
Bennett. We're talking about
We're talking pre-Dara.
for a start off.
Oh
Anyway.
yeah, that's true.
You know, you got
That's true,
Tyler.
sorry.
You know, one of the all-time record appearances. He was a good goalkeeper. Ian Bennett done pretty well for us. He went again, another keeper that I actually think got better once he left us.
I don't know. He was pretty
I
fantastic when
I was,
when
but I-
Fry stole him.
Yes, he was, but stolen from Newcastle. Was it Newcastle?
No, from us. We got him from Newcastle on a free transfer from
Yeah,
Kevin
that's right, they
Keegan,
went to Birmingham.
and then Fry bought him to Birmingham for $250,000 when he was being touted for $1 million at the time because we
There's a
needed
couple
the
of
money.
shouts as well. Ian Fewer we had on
Oh,
loan.
he was great.
How good was he?
He was
we had him on
fantastic.
loan, and then he went back, and then he come back to another team, and he was like the next big thing. But
Didn't Adrian Doohan correct your spelling then? On that, when you
yeah, I
did see that?
actually put Joe Teflon.
Oh yeah.
I did mean Neenan, but obviously fat fingers, and I can't spell. So yeah, Joe Neenan, he was he wasn't very good. He was really bad. Really bad.
Let's have a look. Darren says Bennett over Tyler.
Yeah. I told Tyler that to his face the other week as well.
Did you?
Nice.
And then some other Ian Guttridge says highest score with 9 darts. Watch this space in terms of that, Ian. And that's in terms of the challenge. And I think Johnny, Chris's brother, rugby conversions against my bro Chris. Okay, Johnny and Chris, you can do that in a couple of weeks. Bit of egg chasing. Great. Right, let's get on to the bet of the week. I don't think we've seen any bets come in.
Right back.
Thank you, Adam. Right back.
Right, don't worry.
Anyway, so bets of the week. Get your bets of the week coming in. This is for Saturday's game, sponsored by Head to Head Barbers. Get them in. In the meantime, next week is going to be the right back of our Talk Posh 1 to 11. So pre DMAC era right back. I know who I'm voting for.
Kenny Webster.
No, I am voting for the person that shares my name, Noel Luke. But that is my vote. So look out for the tweet. And that'll be coming out tonight or in the next couple of days?
No, that'll come out probably tomorrow. What I'm going to do differently this week, because obviously everyone just voted on and replied on the tweet and on Facebook, probably going to put your votes up until about Wednesday, Thursday, and then we'll calculate the votes and we'll put a different poll on to get over the weekend, so we can get the top 3, and that way we'll get it and then put them into right back position.
Good.
So we'll go from there.
Good stuff. Steve says Dean Holden. Interested. Let's go bet of the week then. So I reckon we'll select one of these. Ian says both teams to score 15 plus corners. Mark Watson 3-2 Marriott. Phil said Posh to score more than 5. Peter Smart said 4-0 Posh to win.
We can do the minus, can't we? So we can go Posh -2, which basically means that you have to be.
Yeah, if we can go with one of them though, because the fans have decided and they did win us. Oh, by the way, yeah, sorry, we won the bet last week as well.
Well,
so happy days. So the fund in terms of the Free Kicks Foundation is building. What do we reckon, boys? Which one would you want to go for?
well, I ain't a betting man, so I don't even know what we're looking at.
Posh to score more than 5 is a lot.
No, okay.
2-0 Marias.
You know,
2-0 Marias.
Should we give another couple of minutes to let a few people?
Yeah, there's loads.
We'll just, like I say, we'll put that out, and I might even just put a tweet out later after the show, and then we'll
which one we'll decide.
We'll confirm over the bet of the week just by tonight and tomorrow morning.
I was just trying to waste a few minutes until 2:15 until we get our 45 minutes gone, mate. But yeah, it's all good.
Fine.
No, that's all good. So there's a few tweets and everything coming out. So we've got the challenge. Me and Steve are going to be doing that. Look out for the Talk Posh 1 to 11. And also look out for the bet of the week prediction league as well. So many things coming out. I think that is about it for tonight.
Fortunately, Dale's not here next week as
Dale's not here next week.
No, but I will be watching. I will be watching the game live through this iFollow. Another plug there. Looking forward to it. So I'll be sat in my little villa.
Nice, mate. And you'll be watching, obviously, Talk Posh next Monday night.
I might even come on. I might even send you a few messages. Yeah,
that'll be good.
So I'm looking forward to it.
Right, enjoy your holiday.
Thank
Good
you.
stuff. Cheers, boys, in the studio. Cheers for you at home. Cheers for our sponsors, Serpentine Green. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you could share this live video, that would be great. That's it. Up the Posh.
Good evening.